Hey YouTube, it's your boy Skinny Beats. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a closed hi-hat inside of Massive. It's going to be kind of a trappy type hat and it's going to go along with video 1 and video 2. This is video 3 of the trap series where I'm going through and making each element of the track one video at a time. First video we made this trap synth. In video 2, we made this kick. Also in Massive. Like I said, all these sounds are going to be made in Massive. And by the end of this, we're going to have a full track made up from scratch, no samples. So, we're also going to be making some claps, snares, hi-hats, effects, impacts, risers, everything inside of Massive. And by the end of this, you're going to have a better understanding of trap music and a better understanding of Massive. In my opinion, it's better to have one good synth and know it inside and out than it is to have several different synths. Okay, let's get started. Let's grab Massive. Now for this closed hi-hat, it's very basic. We're not using any of these oscillators. We're only using the noise oscillator. Grab the high metallic sample and go ahead and turn it all the way down. Grab a performer. I've got LFO7 here and drag it under there and turn it all the way up. Now for this particular groove, I've got 1/8 and I've basically got these little plucky little shapes and I've got it, I've designed my own little sequence here, own little groove. You can copy this or you can come up with your own. Now, we're not using any filters. We're not using any insert effects. Only thing we're using is the noise oscillator, this LFO, and these two effects. Classic tube, we've got it about halfway on the drive, a little bit less, and about maybe 20% on the dry wet. And on the reverb, we've got the size about maybe 3/4 of the way and just a couple notches up on the dry wet. It's important to get this right, and you can kind of experiment with that. Otherwise, you can get some kind of pops and some artifacts from this reverb because you got so many notes. It's one right after the other. So you have to be careful with that. And on the EQ, I do have this frequency boosted up a little bit and the low shelf boosted slightly. On our voicing tab, we've just got one voice. We're not using any unisono spread, and it's on always. That way, you won't have any notes hitting, we won't have any sounds overlapping. Okay, it's very easy, like I said. And on the oscillator tab, we've got it just set the default. Restart via gate is off on this sound. Let's write in put in a MIDI note, which I've already got one. And we got a little 2-bar loop here. And this is what it sounds like by itself. Now, to kind of tweak this sound, you can kind of take this and open this up and it gives it more of an open hat effect. And I've got a macro here that is opening this up and taking this color down, which is basically like dropping the pitch. And that's kind of a good little effect to have right before the end of an 8-bar loop or right before a drop. And we've got this so far. Next video, we're going to be making either a clap or a snare. And then we'll go on to making our pads, our effects, risers, impacts, all those things. I'm going to show you guys how to make pretty much any element in a track right inside of Massive. It's actually really good for effects, making impacts, making some percussion sounds, making synth sounds, making kicks, making basses. You can pretty much make anything inside of Massive. And in my opinion, it's better to have one good synth and know it inside and out than it is to have several synths that you don't know much about. Okay, until next time, like and subscribe. Peace.